Hi, Marty. I am the real Marty Levinson, and I am going to cut the Cook County budget.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, and welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that lemon light city, sweet Hope, Chicago. 224 446. Come on, baby, now get your business fixed. Come on.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine show with the best cameraman around, Sonny Hirsch, and your host, Avi Myers.
I'd say thank you, Marty, but hey, I haven't had a haircut in almost 2 months. But you know what? The second guest on the show today, not that I'm slighting the first guest, who is really fantastic, and there's a reason he's the first guest, is going to be Marty Levinson. But hi there, Avi Myers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the World Wide Web at www.ntnm.org, where 90,000 plus people have watched shows at this point. I mean, you guys are knocking off 1,000 shows a week, and the numbers keep climbing. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. We're really big on community policing. Sonny Hirsch, in his spare time, is the chairman of the District Advisory Committee of the 24th District. And if you want to know where the CAPS meetings are in the 24th District, community policing, and we urge you to go to the meetings and meet the police, because that's the best way to do things. You want to go to the message boards to gossip with your neighbors, that's fine. If you think you're getting real crime information about a neighborhood, I don't think so. You know what? You can really talk to your neighbors. You can talk to the policemen that patrol the streets, that drive the cars right around here and right around the area you live in the 24th District, which is Rogers Park and West Rogers Park. That's caps24.org. For the rest of the city, call 311. At this point, it is a pleasure to have a sitting judge who is running for re-election, and he's somebody who's really not just distinguished himself. First of all, before he was judge, he distinguished himself in so many different ways, in so many different positions. And not to mention, he comes from a very distinguished family himself. And but we're talking about a sitting judge in the 9th Judicial Subcircuit, Michael Bender. Michael, how are you?
Well, Avi, how are you?
First of all, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
me.
And
so judging is you're how are you taking to judging?
it's quite a privilege. It's every day, justice, I shall pursue, and I have that opportunity to do it. And every day.
Yeah. By the way, he really means tzedek tirdo. For those of you who understood what I said, but go ahead.
And every day I have that opportunity, and I take it seriously. And every day, that's what I try to do. Listen to the facts, apply it to the law, and do what's just.
No, that sounds good. And the fact of the matter is, I want to tell you something. I've been talking to a lot of people about the race, and even if somebody, whatever favors somebody else, and nobody's really, at this point, we're really talking before filing. So there's a lot of people filing. There's going to be a lot of shuffling. We don't know everything. We know a lot of people are going to be running. But basically, one of the things that's going is that even if somebody says, you know what, I like this guy, but you know what, if this guy doesn't win, I really like Judge Bender. He's a great guy.
It's nice to hear. It's nice to hear. I do my best, and I try very, very hard.
And apparently you're succeeding. So what kind of, I mean, I know in the beginning they usually move people around a little bit. Are you in one area, or are you moving around?
I'm First Municipal, so I'm available any place that my superiors want me to be. And I've done bench trials, I've done jury trials, different courtrooms, and tomorrow I'm doing marriages. So
Mazel
Actually,
need any glasses to break?
And it's having litigated almost every area of law that there is, I'm comfortable helping out any way I can, and it's truly a privilege and an honor.
No, that sounds terrific. Has anything surprised you? I mean, I know you're a lawyer, and you've been a guardian type in a guardian type position. So you've seen a lot of things from the other side of the bench. Is there anything particularly that surprised you about what you've got to do?
I would say it's not surprising, but like any new undertaking, there's a training process until one, or my experience is until I've actually done something, I think I know what it is, but I don't know until I actually do it. And I always hypothesize that, well, I've litigated a lot, many different types of cases, bench trials, jury trials, civil cases, criminal cases, federal court, state court, and that would translate into me understanding what's going on in a courtroom and being able to make evidence, judgments, and decisions. And pleasantly, I'm very pleased to find out that that was true, that those things did translate into being able to understand not only what's being presented, but understanding how the law applies to the facts and actually how the attorneys got there, what they had to go through, what the litigants had to go through, what the people who are going through stress. Nobody comes to court because they woke up and they say, "Oh, I'm excited, I want to go to court." There's a problem. There's something that needs to be resolved. And my experience allows me to get to the bottom of it and try to put people into a better position and provide justice, applying the facts to the law.
That's a really good answer, by the way. That's one of the best answers I've ever heard from a judge about any kind of question like that. Thank you. So, I mean, weddings, that's kind of cool.
It's nice. Everybody leaves happy. But it's one of the few things that no matter what, everybody's happy. So people come in, and they come in happy, they leave happy.
I mean, is this like where there's a set number of weddings that day, or is it whoever gets married that day is coming in? Or
I wait, and people come in, and all day long. People have to obtain their marriage license at least 24 hours beforehand. Yeah. And then whoever wants to come in, they have a certain number of days before that license expires, and they come in. I would say Fridays are probably busier than a lot of other days, but there's different days that people look for just to have that specific date being their anniversary.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't even think about that, but that's a nice idea to be able. You can't plan your birthday, but you can't plan your anniversary.
This is right. That's
very nice.
Right. That's right.
Is there any particular aspect so far of the judicial? I mean, in type of case that you prefer? I mean, do you have a preference for one type more than another? Or?
Not at all. In fact, I actually enjoy the variety. Even when I practiced law, I'd say that my first almost 10 years, maybe longer, my practice varied. I would do a lot of personal injury, and then I would do a lot of criminal, and then a lot of civil rights, and then a lot of appeals, and I'm used to variety, and I kind of like it. So to be given a different thing to do, a different assignment, it fits in with what I'm used to and what I enjoy.
Yeah, I like that idea very much myself. That way, it'd be hard to get stuck in a rut either, because you get a whole variety of things, and I would imagine that there's cross learning. That even though one case might be in a certain area, what you learn in one case might be applicable to a completely different type of situation.
It's true, and really the bottom line is that there's a lot of things going on. Part of the training process is, for instance, a judge needs to write things on a court file that a lawyer wouldn't need to do because only a judge would do that. Well, that's part of the learning, and there's a wide variety of codes and different things. And the judge runs the courtroom, so not only is the judge to be listening to the evidence, but the judge has to make sure that everybody else in the courtroom is conducting themselves properly, making sure that there's nothing going on, any kind of discrimination, that if somebody needs an interpreter, there is an interpreter, that nobody is saying anything they shouldn't be saying that would be offensive. There's a whole lot of things that go on. And when you're learning to be a judge, when they're training you, it sounds like a lot, but when you take the bench and you come into the courtroom, the bottom line is that there's at least one or two people standing in front of you who have a problem, and they can't resolve it on their own. And the real focus is on getting to the bottom line of what is going on here and what is going to move these people in a positive direction forward. That's really the important part of the court, because people have to have confidence in their court system. And if people don't have confidence in their court system, that leads to bigger problems throughout all of society.
No question. And also, legislators, we need to make sure we have enough judges when we need them. But that's not your department. You get to decide those kind of things. So, okay, now you're a judge, so you have to be like, for instance, I can't have you do the "Hi, I'm Marty Levinson" bit, okay? Because it's just not dignified. By the same token, there's rules and ethics that a lawyer has ethics, okay? Even though many people might disagree with that, bad joke. But the truth is that there is ethics within the legal system, and a judge has to be on a higher ethical plane.
There are canons of ethics which specifically apply to judges. That's
right,
true.
and it's a very strict. You know, for instance, I never get a judge pitching themselves like they were at a carnival. So the thing is, you know, you're in an election. It'd be nice, you know, like, you know, you got to tell yourself, it's like, okay, I'm really enjoying the judicial experience, and it seems that I'm doing a good job, and that people are, you know, happy with the job I'm doing. But I can't go out like a carnival pitchman like the regular politicians are. So how do you go about letting people know you're running?
Meeting with people, going to see, I've been active in organizations anyway, so...
That's true, by the way, and I know you have been involved in a lot of organizations, synagogues, whatever I'm familiar with, so yeah.
It's true. So, you know, of course you want to let people know that you're on the ballot because you want people who support you to actually come out and vote that day. It's very important. I'm already available. I'm already at these events. So when I'm there, I do mention that I am on the ballot February 2nd in the Democratic primary. I am running, there's two seats. I'm running to maintain the seat that I hold, and I like to keep serving the 9th Subcircuit in the capacity that I am. So I sort of have the easy job in that I'm circulating petitions with signatures just to maintain my seat, not for both seats. Other candidates who are thinking about running are circulating for 2 seats, so I kind of have the easy job in that I know what I'm running for. I'm running to keep serving, and everybody else has to determine what they want to do, whoever wants to run. Do they want to challenge me? Do they want to challenge the other seat? Do they want to sit out altogether?
No, I hear you. So basically it's, okay, you go about things in a dignified way, and actually in a way that helps boost community institutions and organizations and all that. If people would like to contact you or check you out, I mean, why do they do that?
We have our website,
okay,
which is www.electjudgebender.com.
electjudgebender.com.
And people can contact us, volunteer to work through the campaign website. And then if anybody wants me to personally contact them, the committee would then let me know, and I would speak to them.
That sounds good. I want to thank you very much for being here. Judge Michael Bender, I want to wish you good
having
luck in the coming election.
Appreciate it.
February 2nd, early voting starts way too early. It starts in January. And anyway, good luck in the election.
Thank you, Avi.